Harvard University is the epicenter of everything destroying this country. Harvard University gets tens of millions, if not billions of dollars from China, from our enemies every year. Everything destroying this country, be it from socialism, critical race theory, DEI, ESG, it all starts in Harvard, Yale, and Princeton. Harvard University is the only one of the big three that were on the Capitol Hill that refused to call genocide hate speech, who did not fire the president, their president, Miss Gay, which I believe she is, as it turns out. So, you know, it's like her name, but also like her identity. So Miss Gay keeps her job. Harvard's endowment, guys. Does anybody know what Harvard's endowment is?
At least 6 inches.
Hey! 6 inches is a lot, right? We believe it? Is that a lot? I think 6 inches is a lot. If you get 6 inches of snow, that could shut down a whole city. But Harvard's endowment is what, boys? 33 billion or some shit? I sent the link.
Oh, I was going to guess in the triple digits of billions.
Is it really?
No, you're probably right.
I don't know, 60 billion? What's Harvard's endowment? It's the second link.
Yeah.
The endowment is what they make from their, this is not even tuition. This is just the endowment. This is what they get from their alumni and then the investments that they get from those alumni. $60 billion.
50.
No, 51 billion.
Yeah.
50 billion, 877 million. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having $51 billion and still charging kids to go to school?
I just wanted to be clear. You said that this is not from tuition. This is pre-tuition money that
This
they
is
have?
pre-tuition.
That's insane.
This is just the money that they get from their donors and the investments from the donors. Yale comes in 10 billion less, 41 billion. Stanford University just under 40, Princeton University 35 billion. Now, just for fun, guys, why don't we pull up GDP, countries, the actual gross domestic product, the entire size of the economy of countries in this planet. I got a feeling that Harvard endowment is gonna be, now what is there? I don't know. There's what, 160 countries on Earth? There's new countries every day popping up in sub-Saharan Africa, so I don't, who knows? There's 160 countries, give or take, and like 15 of them are actually worth a shit. So if we go down to the GDP, scroll down to about 20. What's 20? What's we got here? We got Switzerland. What's Switzerland's GDP there? 800 trillion?
Billion.
800 billion. 800 billion. All right, scroll on down. Scroll on down. That's a 10x. So we got here. Now what were we? We were looking for 51 billion, right? Oh, there we go. Now there it is. We got it. We got it right there. Sudan. Harvard University, just their endowment, not their now almost $200,000 a year tuition, just their endowment, would be the 87th largest economy in the world. The Ivy Leagues, if they put their endowments together, would be a top 20 economy. And they got the balls to charge kids.
They could buy Sudan.
They could buy Sudan. Why would they? But they could. I mean, they're doing everything they can to turn Cambridge into Sudan anyway. But 81, they're middle. There's half of the countries on Earth do not have an economy the size of the Harvard endowment. And these are the people lecturing you about privilege. These are the people lecturing you about wealth redistribution. These are the people saying that you're not paying your fair share. And this is where I think Republicans up. Go after these commie camps. If you're dumb enough to send your daughter to a 4-year school so you could get $100,000 in debt while she goes off to fuck camp to go learn communications, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Nobody should pay these loans back. But that doesn't mean the taxpayer should take it on the chin either. That's a non-starter. There's no way that the plumber, all right, who didn't go to school should pay for your daughter's UTI-induced camp experience. I'm not saying that she got a raw deal, probably in more ways than one. There's no way you're using a condom every time in college, right? I mean, what are we shooting, like 2 out of 3? Right? I mean, it's just not as much fun. So your daughter got a raw deal in multiple ways here, all right? And how do we get her out of this sticky situation? Well, what we do is we go after their endowments. The same way, if that lawnmower breaks down, Home Depot has to give you a refund. Everybody for the last 30 years should go back after these colleges and say, hey, you know what? It turns out that gender studies was not the lucrative enterprise you told me it would be. I want my money back. And that, my friends, is how you both attack these people who are destroying the very fabric of our country, these colleges and their communist, globalist overlords. And you also protect the citizens, because these kids were forced into college in most point. Like, we up as a country when we started telling people that being an electrician is somehow a failure. That being a plumber is somehow a failure. Now we have a whole bunch of, now we got 22 million educated people who can't even change their own fucking oil. They're $200,000 in debt. They can't afford a house. They're going to be paying it off for the rest of their lives. No. It's not right. I'm glad 40% of the country is saying no. And Republicans better get on board. Libertarians better get on board, because it's unsustainable. It's unsustainable. And what's going to happen is they're going to flip it. They're going to flip the bill to the taxpayer. Absolutely not. These colleges got to pay. These colleges have to pay for what they've done to all of us. And this is how you can start it.